have a great relationship with KNB EFX. You know, when I did Hostel, I said there's no one else I want to work with. I would never even consider working with other than KNB.
With Hostel 2, I really believe that everything is more refined, everything is more polished. The gags, just in the nature of the way they were written, have even more of a visceral impact. Most of the cuts and slashes and all that kind of stuff that we did was all done out of this 3D transfer material. It's basically a material that you can put onto tattoo paper and use a little bit of water and you spritz it and peel it off and stick it on. And then you dress blood on it and you can put on as many as you want.
We have a cut throat appliance on. Basically the appliance comes up from underneath her chin all the way around here, all the way across her sternum. And then we got a bladder underneath. So when she tilts her head, can you tilt your head a bit? There's a little cut there you can see. So we're gonna be pumping blood through this side. You can see on the other side there's a tube right here. The nasty side, anyway. The camera's gonna be on this side. We're gonna hook this up to like a fire extinguisher or some sort of like pump.
For Whitney's buzzsaw scene, they did this gag where they had a scalp, a blower, and a bladeless saw.
It's powered by air, disguised as the electric cable. A little burst of air gets the wheel spinning. A little burst of blood splashes against the wheel. Then we take a little piece of hair on some monofilament, and pull it up into the saw to give the impression that hair is getting caught.
When everyone around the monitor is going like, you know the gag is working, and that's really the test.
Today we're doing our first test on the makeup lady who's going to get her nose bitten off. So Kevin's over here starting it up.
This is outcome of the nose. This is the makeup lady's nose. It's made out of gelatin. We want a larger nose. Instead of trying to make the nose she has look like it's got a lot of depth into it, we start out with a larger nose to begin with. So then when they do bite into it, it actually looks like there's some depth going in there.
Hi. Really great.
I thought that was, to me, one of the most visually striking. We've seen that gag, and in regards to execution, it's really straightforward. You build a table, and you put holes in the table where you hide the real actor's body. You can put a little slant board on there so that the actor's body can lay on it, or the actor's legs can lay on it, and then you attach all the fake pieces.
Looks awesome.
We're trying to recreate that idea that humans are basically made out of meat, and that when a shark takes a bite out of you or somebody carves a piece of your muscle away, it's just another chunk of meat somewhere. The fact that we used some real stuff from a local butcher shop there, and they dressed a lot of the body with muscle that had all the gristle and tendon and fatty tissue on it, it was really horrific. It was disgusting. I thought it looked great.
Where's the carpenter?
The carpenter next door.
Next door?
Next door, yeah.
Does he have a hammer?
Yeah, I think so. He should.
Okay, maybe call the medic too.
Start by putting your ball cap on.
Okay.
What we do is we use a material called alginate, and you get kind of a thick paste. And you use the paste, and you work it into the skin to capture all the detail and all the form.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
That's awesome.
And then you have a perfect negative of the actor's head, and you can fill it with clay or plaster or whatever you want.
The eyes are acrylic, typically, or glass, but I think these ones are all acrylic. And the teeth are acrylic as well.
How long and how much does it take to prepare one head?
Takes about 2 weeks at least. If I tell you how much a head costs, I'm gonna get a phone call from little kids saying, I want one. They're $5.
The castration's a big moment in the movie. She gets a scissors and just fucking cuts his cock and balls off. Like, you want everyone cheering and screaming at the same time. And we had a long discussion about that, what would it look like? Can't be too big, but this is a clip that people will probably put on the internet. He's got to have some kind of reputation protected.
Here we have the mold to the Johnson. Cut in half, just a cut mold. Step 1. Step 2, get some gelatin, melt it down. Step 3, add dog food to gelatin. Step 4, add gelatin to mold. Step 5, demolding. There we go.
If we don't want a chainsaw word for this one, Fangoria can.
Now, is somebody gonna give me one of these cocks as a gift when I leave?